Instrument and experiencer. Instead of thinking of words as container of meaning, we can look at roles they form in a situation described in a sentence. So, for example, in a sentence like the boy kicked the ball, we have the sentence in which the verb kicked describes an action, and the noun phrases the boy and the ball. These two noun phrases does the role of entities, which are always people or thing, right? So there are so many other roles that are played in a sentence, or there are other entities which are described in a sentence. So, instrument, if an agent uses another entity in order to perform an action, that other entity fills the role of instrument. So, instrument is an entity used by the agent, right, to perform an action. For example, the boy cut the rope with an old razor. So in this sentence, we see that the agent boy cut the rope with an agent. So with an agent is an instrument with which the agent did an action. So according to the semantic role, this will be known as instrument when some entity is used by the agent to do or to perform an action or to perform anything. Similarly, we can have another, he drew the picture with a crayon. So how he drew it with a crayon, so this is an instrument. It tells us that the agent did the action of drawing with this instrument. Experiencer, when a noun phrase is used to designate an entity as the person who has a feeling, perception, or state, it fills the semantic role of experiencer. So, when a noun phrase does something which shows his perception or his state, mental state, or his feeling, so this is the role of experiencer. For example, in a sentence, we see something. So see here, see tells the experience of the subject. So in this sentence, we is experiencer. We know something. So again, know tells the mental state of the experiencer, that is we, and similarly we enjoy something. No action is being performed by agent. Here, the agent is not performing an action, right? These are mental verbs, state verb, right? So they do not perform any action, or these are the verb. They refer to our senses. They happen, or they takes place, or they tell about something which is involuntary, not voluntary. When I drink a cup of milk, it is a voluntary action. When I see something, it is involuntary, because the moment I open my eyes, I cannot help seeing something. So the boy feels sad. The experiencer, the boy. Here the agent becomes the experiencer, is the only semantic role. So did you hear that? So if we take this one, in which you is the experiencer and the theme is noise. So these are different roles which are of entities in a sentence. And as I told you in the beginning that the noun phrase describe peoples or things, they play the role of entities, and these are semantic entities. These are different from different functions that noun phrases do in a sentence in a traditional explanation. So in a traditional explanation, we have subject, object, verb, adverb, etc. But here we have certain semantic roles which are describe in a situation that is a sentence, and these rules are of entities which are always noun phrases, whether they show people or they describe things.